Alright, so breaking news. Just several hours ago, Robby and Ohskipper, the current world record holder, had a 1v1 fight, in air quotes, for just for fun really. A median of 3 race, which is a new subcategory we haven't seen yet. Of course, this is lovely to see. This allows us to see over time how these runners will compete. And I've just watched this run, and now I want to take a bit more time to analyze it. There was, of course, commentary, but I also want to bring my own opinion to this. So going into the run, we can already see, Robby's got some nerves here. But Bruno, who is Ohskipper's real name, we can see confidence in this man's face. However, I mean, when you're the creator of this, there's a lot of expectations on you. You can understand the stress he's going through here. However, Bruno, a lot to prove. New and up and coming runner. And as we go in, immediately, they both start off with beer chug. And as you can see here, Robby is already positioning his hands on the lighter. But he makes a switch and grabs cigarette instead. And this is his biggest fumble. I think in this first run here, this is what causes him to lose. That he just couldn't get the cigarette light off. And that's just how it is sometimes. Bruno is confident. This solve is amazing. It was beautiful and it's quick, and within 30 seconds, boom, he's already got the first one. He's repositioning his ashtray, while as we see over here, Robby Roll is still not even touched the cubes. He's only on his first cigarette. We're 40 seconds in, things are not looking good. Bruno has just finished his first cigarette and is going on to a second, and going for a second solve. This is this is honestly what I believe to be the new meta. After careful analysis of a lot of attempts, this is what is best for runners. I think once solves are finished, focus on finishing your cigarette and then moving on. Doing them simultaneously will allow for better and faster consumption. As you can see here, Robby has almost solved his first cube and has just finished it. But Bruno has finished his run with a 1:17. Now when I saw this first, I was in utter shock to see a world record run in this median of 3 race. Now while this will take world record pace, we are testing for median of 3, which means we will be doing 3 matches. I'm not going to move my mouse around anymore, I really don't like the bar. And as we can see, it's not looking good for Robby. We're approaching the 2-minute mark and he still hasn't finished. You can see, I don't know how much fight he has left in him. Will he continue to run? I hope so, because this is comedically funny to me. But things aren't looking good. And the good thing that the commentators brought up is his beer chugs, man. They're just off. You know, he's taking small sips, but Bruno's just chugging. I think he needs to go and train his chugs. Anyway, we're about to get into round 2, and as you can see, this is back to back. This of course is going to make it more difficult for the runners, considering things aren't going as good for them. As we go into the first run, we see Robby switching to cigarette smoking, while Bruno has gone for his first beer in under 7 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. He's confident as well, knowing his solves. And at this point, I think Robby is sort of adopting Bruno's strategies for this first run, while also putting in his own little twist for it. He's realised his cigarette split was a bit weak, so he's focusing on that. Bruno has finished his first cube and is working on the cigarette. He's finished it, and we'll be moving on to the second one, while Robby is still stuck on the first cube. Now, of course, I'm sorry, I'm sorely mistaken there. He has solved his second cube and is now moving on to focusing on just the cigarettes and just the beer. This seems like quite a viable strategy, and I think with a lot of refinement, this would be pretty good, because once you get to this point, you don't need much mental clarity. And unfortunately, we do see here, as Bruno does mess up his solve. This influenced him a little bit. This run ended up being a 1:21, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been much more efficient. However, we will just have to take the punches as we go. He's already set a world record. He doesn't need another one at this point. He can always do more attempts. Robby is working on the second cigarette, has not even touched his beer, as Bruno has finished his run. You can see he's looking a bit bit confused, maybe on the verge of throwing up, but when you're in this division, you've got to take risks. Oh my god, it sounds so stupid doing this. I'm in my cupboard right now. And things are not going good for Robby. He is knee deep into the run, nearly reaching the 2-minute mark, and has not even touched his beer. What will he do going from here? He takes the beer again, small sips. Of course, I've never drunk in my life, so this is probably more difficult than it looks. However, you can see there's a bit of tiredness. And into our third and final run. As you can see, the cigarette is nearly out of lighter, so we need to prepare. He switches to a different one here. I don't know why I said that. Just pretend that didn't happen. And this is tense. You can hear the tension in the air. Robby's repositioned his lighter to be closer to the cigarettes. I myself would position them... Oh, never mind, I haven't seen that. He's positioned them to be alternate hands, so one hand can grab and one hand can prepare to light. He's going for his light with a simultaneous cube solve. Bruno's finished his first beer. It seems he will not be changing strategies. He knows what works for him and he will continue it. Knee deep into the solve. Bruno's 2 layers up. Robby's not far behind. And Robby has finished ahead of Bruno. This is promising. However, it's the rest of the run that he needs to keep up, especially his beer splits. Robby is on the top layer of his cube. I don't know much cubing terminology, though I do know how to solve Rubik's Cubes, just not as fast. And he's solved his second cube 50 seconds in. This is good. Bruno, of course, has finished his first cigarette and is working on his second cube, being done. Ooh. Alright, yes, now being done, working on his cigarette. This is, at this point, the runners are feeling it. They're slowed down. Robby has made a quick decision to switch from the cigarette to the beer, probably to help him recover. This here was a great beer split. Minimal breaths taken, and good chugging. Bruno is on his final bit and he is just chugging. His eyes are closed. He is focusing on this. And here he has finished with a 1:30. This is beautiful. His median time being a 1:22. Nearly world record pace. Of course, his world records. But this is amazing. And Robby, was first start so strong, has fallen so far behind. Though he will get a sub 2 minute here, fortunately, but as the runners say, it's just too little too late. His 1:53, good run, but honestly at this point, Bruno has just outclassed him. I think there's, I don't know why I'm saying this. Like, this is so, man, this is comically entertaining to me. But in the future, I hope to see more runs, to be honest. I want to see new runners in the field, you know, other than just really the 3. So, I mean, we have old What's-Her-Face. He only did 1 run and he's left the industry forever. I feel like we need more runners and more passion in this.